Hey friends, happy Wednesday. Let's get warmed up. Running or marching in place. Adding in those arms. We got shoulders and lower body today, okay? Our shoulder moves are a shoulder press, a raise and pull, and swimmers. Lower body moves are a squat, a bridge, and a clamshell, and then we are going to come back to the shoulder moves for the burnout round. Arm circles forward. The only two moves we were repeating from last month are the press and the squat. The other ones we didn't do last month as far as the shoulders go, okay? So raise and pull and swimmers we did not do last month. Let's go back. So we're gonna throw them in there so we can get them into rotation for this month, okay? Press, I'm gonna do 15s, open and close. Raise and pull, 12s, swimmers, 10s. I also got the 8s out just in case because I am bumping up on the swimmers. Okay, let's kick out in front of us, hand opposite leg. Hamstrings are pretty tight from the past couple days. A little bit sore. So if you are sore as well, just know that's completely normal. 3, 2, 1. Let's start with the shoulder press. I'm going to load up the weights. We're going to start right here. We're going to press up above our head. Then we're going to lower down until our elbows are out from our shoulders, and we are going to press back up. Okay? Make sure that core is engaged. I am in a kickstand position or a B-stance position. If that makes you feel more stable and you would like to do that, you can absolutely do it, okay? Three, 2, 1. Nice job, raise and pull. I'm gonna do 12s. So, palms will be facing our legs. We are going to raise out in front of us. We're gonna pull those weights in and then lower down. Here's the main thing, guys. When we are pulling in, I do not want you to drop your elbows. Elbows stay up and then come down, all right? If you are unable to do this move without dropping your elbows, I want you to drop to a lighter weight. Forgot my tracking sheet inside, so I'll just have to make notes whenever I go back inside. Not a huge deal. As long as I do it right after the workout, if I wait too long, it'll be gone forever. 3, 2, 1, swimmers. So again, we are going to start in front of our legs. We are going to bring those weights up and out, and then up and back to the front, okay? Again, core is engaged, slight bend in our knees. Keep those shoulders down away from your ears. Again, if you cannot keep your shoulders down away from your ears with the weights you're using, I need you to drop a little bit, okay? On the flip side of that, if you feel like, man, I could do this all day, every day, I need you to bump up a little bit. A good thought to have while you're doing these moves is, like, this is challenging, but I know I can do it with correct form. That's what we're looking for. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. 30-second break. Ooh. All right. So we're gonna have that 2 more times with the heavier weights. You know, try to stick with those same weights. Keep it going. I would eventually like to try to bump up on this press, but man, in my opinion, I think just a regular shoulder press is the hardest shoulder move. You may disagree, I don't know. I think it's challenging though. Slowed up, let's do it. Over halfway done. Okay, yep, those are done. 12s. Get in a few more here before our time's up. 3, 2, 1. Raise and pull. So, something I want to talk about. Last time I did the shoulder press, I'm fairly certain I did 15s for all 3 rounds, okay? Today, I did it for a round and a half. What I need you to know is that is completely normal. If you are able to lift a heavier weight one day, and then you come back in a couple weeks or a month later, and you have to drop, that is normal, okay? There's a lot of things that affect the amount that we can lift. One of those being heavily nutrition. And the thing is, 3, 2, 1. The thing is, guys, last month I was in a calorie surplus, which means I was eating way above my maintenance. I am now in a calorie deficit, okay? Less calories means less energy, okay? The goal is to try to keep doing the same weights, but if you cannot, that is to be expected if you significantly dropped calories. And I'll tell you all, I have dropped, from last month, I've dropped about 1,000 calories, okay? That does not mean the calories I'm eating right now are super low. It just means the calories I did last month were very high, okay? And if you're like, Ashley, why'd you do that? Well, I was attempting to try to put on a little bit of muscle before 60 days to strong, so we'll see. 3, 2, 1, nice job. And friends, you can also do that at any point, okay? If you get to a point in your journey and you're like, man, like I really would like to put on some muscle, don't really want to be in a calorie deficit for a while, like I really want to shift my goal, you can do that at any point, okay? But here's the thing, just like with a calorie deficit, if you go into a calorie surplus to try to put on muscle, number one, you got to eat way more. Let's go back to that press. You got to eat quite a bit more. Number 2, you still got to be consistent with what you are doing. And number 3, you will have to accept the fact that you will probably put on a little bit of fat in the process. That is completely normal when you are eating in a calorie surplus, okay? So just a couple things to keep in mind. If you ever decide you want to go that route, maybe you want to see a little bit more definition, things like that, gonna have to eat quite a bit more, okay? 3, 2, 1, nice job. Woo, okay. Having a sweaty Wednesday this week. Raise and pull, friends. Make sure you are breathing. Start in front, up and out, up and back. It is the third set, so it should be pretty challenging at this point. Again, I apologize for the faces. Okay, drop into eights. Honestly, for the amount of calories that I dropped from the last time I did a lot of these moves, I'm pretty happy with what I lifted today. So we have to keep all these different aspects of our journey kind of in perspective. 3, 2, 1, nice job. You know, if you don't sleep well, if you're stressed, depending on the time of the month that it is for you, all of these factors come into play when it comes to how much you can lift. Okay, go ahead and pop a band on around your thighs. I'm going to pop on 2. I have a medium cloth band, and then I have a medium rubber band on top. Just try to make it a little bit more challenging. Okay? All right, friends, we're gonna put pressure on that band. We're gonna start with just a regular squat. So we're gonna hip hinge back, push those hips back first, then lower down, okay? We want to keep pressure on that band the entire time. If you find when you are doing squats, your knees are caving in, that's something we gotta work on, okay? Really focus on pushing that band out, keeping those knees forward. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Come down on your back. Please be careful coming down to the ground. All the way back. Put pressure on that band. We're gonna bring our hips up. Squeeze those glutes to the top. And then lower down. Over halfway done. Almost there. Oh, glutes are on fire. Man, that extra rubber band on top, that does something. 3, 2, 1, roll onto your side. We got a clamshell. We're gonna stack those legs up. Open and resist as we come down. That's faster for you, whatever works best. some point over this break, make sure you stand back up because we're going to go back up into that squat, but you can take your time if you need to. And again, if you need to at any point, pause this workout so you can move to the next position to make sure you're getting in the full workout. You can absolutely do that. All right, quote for the day. You are not trying, you are, okay? Let's start with these squats though. Put pressure on that band, push those hips back. So what I want to talk about with this quote is whenever you are on this journey, there is a mental switch that needs to happen in order for it to become a lifestyle, right? That's what I would say most people are in here to try to do, is they want this to be a lifestyle. They don't want to have to fight it anymore. They just want to eat healthy and move their bodies without it feeling like such a struggle, correct? So, what we have to understand about this is in order for that to happen, there has to be a mental switch. And that switch is, you will go from identifying as a person who is unhealthy, trying to do healthy things, right? And that switch, 3, 2, 1, come on down, we're gonna do a bridge. Put pressure on that band, push those hips up, squeeze, lower down. As soon as your booty hits the ground, we're popping right back up. The switch goes from an unhealthy person trying to be a healthy person to you identifying as a healthy person, just doing what a healthy person would do. Right? You can see it. You can see it in the people who identify as a healthy person. They make healthy decisions without thinking about it. They carry themselves a certain way. They feel comfortable with exercise. Sometimes you'll see them outside running. They have this way about them that you know, they know, and you know, they're a healthy person. Right? They make decisions based off of that identity. 3, 2, 1, roll onto your side, clamshell. So, if you were wondering, well, Ashley, how do I make that switch? How do I start thinking that way? How do I get to that point? And this is what you have got to do to get to that point. You have got to keep the promises you make to yourself. Okay? So, if you promise yourself you're going to order a salad at lunch, you're going to order a salad at lunch. 3, 2, 1, other side. If you tell yourself you are going to go for a walk after work, you're going to go for a walk after work, right? Every decision that you make is a vote for the person you want to be, right? So if you were constantly telling yourself, well, I'm going to go for a walk after work, and then you don't do that, that just reaffirms in your head that you are not a healthy person. You don't make the right decisions. You back out on everything you say you're going to do. 3, 2, 1. And in reality, make sure you stand up at some point during these 30 seconds. In reality, is it that hard to go for a walk after work? For the majority of people, no, it is not. It is just the decision to do what you say you are going to do, right? It's these little wins. It's not huge things, guys. It's not running a marathon. It's not being a power lifter. That is not what makes you a healthy person. Those are great things. They're awesome things to do. Put pressure on that band. We're going to go back into that squat. Last set of these. They're awesome things to do. But being a healthy person is doing the little things. It's going for the walks. It's choosing the salad. It's eating the protein. It's drinking the water, right? These little things. So, if you want to get to the point where you don't have to think about it anymore, you just are, right? You just are a healthy person. That's what you got to do. And it does take a little bit for that shift to happen. I'm not going to lie to you. It takes a little bit to start identifying that way. But as somebody who has led this program for over 3.5 years, I can see it when it happens. And it's amazing. 3, 2, 1. And I can't tell you one specific thing you need to do, and I can't, you know, I can't do it for you, and Robin can't do it for you, Angel can't do it for you. Bridge, make sure you keep pressure on that band. You have to do it for yourself, okay? You have to vote for the person you want to be more than the person you've been in the past. That's what you gotta do. And it is probably one of the best parts of my job is watching that switch happen. And I want that for each and every one of you, but you have got to put in the work. Up here, in the cardio room, at lunch, at breakfast, during your walks, you have got to put in the work, okay? All right. 3, 2, 1, roll into your side, stack those legs, clamshells. Last set of lower body moves here, and then we will go back to our shoulder moves for the burnout round. We will cool down, we will be done for the day. Workout number 3 of 60 Days to Strong, if you are participating with us. So we are, once we are done with this workout, we are over halfway done with our assigned workouts for week number 1. 3, 2, 1, other side. Awesome work, friends. Pop that band off. And again, we are going to go back to our shoulder moves. We have a press, raise and pull, and swimmers. I'm going to do 8s for the first 2 moves, and then 5s for the swimmers. Go ahead and grab your weights. We're going to load up here. And we're going to go back into that shoulder press. Lower down till your elbows are out from your shoulders and press back up, okay? Make sure you're breathing. Core is engaged. Shoulders are down away from our ears. Meaning, if we're doing this, we need to pull down, okay? And keep those shoulders down. Almost there. Three, 2, 1. Awesome job. Raise and pull. So raise up, pull in, lower down, keep those elbows up, okay? Just because we're using a lighter weight doesn't mean we get sloppy. In fact, it means quite the opposite. We should really be solidifying this form. We should have that core engaged, making sure our elbows are staying up and shoulders are down away from our ears. One, nice job. And we are going to go to the swimmers. Then we will be done for the day. So palms facing our legs. And we are going to raise up and out to our sides. Up and back to the front. Man, my brain and my mouth are not on the same page today. And here's the thing, friends. If you just joined this program and you're looking for perfect workouts that never have has a trainer that messes up or cusses or, you know, fumbles their words or anything like that, I'm not for you, okay? That's not me giving an excuse to not be professional. It's just not who I am. At the core of who I am, it's not me. And then on top of that, I remember whenever I used to do home workouts before I started this program, and I would watch the trainer 3, 2, 1, and I would be struggling. And I'd look up at the trainer, let's start with our chest. Hook those hands behind your back, open the chest up. I would look at the trainer, and I would think there was something wrong with me, because she didn't seem to struggle with anything, and I felt like it shouldn't be this hard, right? So I said, let's bring an arm across our front, press down gently. I said when I started this program, I'm gonna let him see me struggle. I'm gonna let him see me cuss. I'm gonna let him see me drop my weights. Other side. I'm gonna let him see me fumble my words, because I'm human. And I think something that is missing from the health and fitness industry is humanizing it. We see these perfect bodies and these perfect plans and these perfect workout videos, and it's not real, right? Okay, let's stretch out our triceps, one arm behind our head, push down gently. So that was my goal. I hope it's for you, but if it's not, that's okay too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to be any other way than who I am. So, other side. And bring those feet together and roll down, stretching out the back of your legs and your glutes. Roll up for 3, 2, 1. Awesome work today, friends. I will see you all tomorrow for leg day. I'll see you then.